It is time to make the sound to summon the stream. And let's see, adjust this to live chat, adjust this to live chat. Make sure that my current party is actually reflected with what I have here, which it is not. This one should be Dragonite over here in slot 1. Dragonite. Here we go. And just like that. Okay. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to the Pokemon Generation 1 through 4 Remake Marathon Nuzlocke Out Marathon. Basically, I am playing through the remakes of Gens 1 through 4. Those games being Leaf Green / Fire Red, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm doing Nuzlocke challenges of these games in order. And any of the Pokemon which I use in one particular generation, any of the Pokemon from that family, are locked out from all future games for the rest of the marathon. Which means that we have locked out a crap load of Pokemon. And if you check the description of this video, you will see just how many. So, last time we got started on our Kanto adventures. And we were able to rack up a quick 5 gym badges, which is pretty good. Really thought I would have this blanket on me before I finished that sentence. That turned out to not be the case. Come on, blanket. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Hold on. Game audio's not coming through. There we go. Okay, that should fix that. Alright, so anyway, the goals for today are to get the remaining 3 gym badges in Kanto. And then we are going to attempt to climb Mount Silver and take on Red. A task with which I, to be quite frank, do not have a particularly high degree of faith in. I think the last thing we ended on last time was getting the Rainbow Wing. So I could potentially make a run at Ho-Oh. Only problem is that I am pretty sure Ho-Oh shows up at level 70. And knowing Sacred Fire, Punishment, Ancient Power, and Safeguard. So that's actually pretty damn rough. But for right now, we need to focus on Brock. We are in Pewter City, and our next objective is Brock. So, what do we have that's really going to help with Brock? Probably just Quagsire. Blep is good for a backup. And Slowbro is good for a backup. Honestly, that is probably all we are going to need for Brock. He is not particularly difficult. So we've got Quagsire, Slowbro, who is somewhere on my list here. Slowbro. And Beedrill we can replace with Dugong, who I don't think I ever actually grabbed the sprite for. Dugong. Come on, Dugong. I guess I did already have a Dugong. I just missed it. But that doesn't matter because it should be at the top of the list now. There we go. Okay. So the only other thing I want to do is make sure that Dugong knows Surf. And then I think we're just ready to head into the gym. I know it's a little bit of a slower start today. I apologize for that, but we're going to make it work. Come on, Blep. And Blep can have Aqua Tail. Honestly, this team can probably go straight for Blaine, too. And we'll leave with our good friend Mumbo. Alright, let's move out. I don't think Brock has anything that can answer this. He's got Pokemon with Earthquake, Horn Drills, but 3 of his Pokemon are rock ground types. And so the only one I really need to look out for is Kabutops, who does have Giga Drain. Honestly, Barney's probably my best choice for that one. It will use Rock Slide, but I'm pretty sure Barney can handle that with grace. Alright, let's move in. Hello! I also need to start really thinking about how I'm going to handle Red. Including shutting down the hail effect. We really don't want hail just running the whole battle. Although it's also really going to help that we're going to be able to be at the same level as his Pokemon. Okay. Good job, Mumbo. I think... Where's my speed up button? Okay, that's my speed up button. Cool. I didn't stream last week, so... Honestly, it feels like I broke routine, and now I have to get back into routine. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. Just need to check my stream settings real quick. Looks like everything is as it should be. Alright, Brock. Let's go. I'm gonna guess that I one-shot you and then you swap to Kabutops. Earthquake is very strong, but not strong enough that I'm worried. Okay. Exactly as predicted, he's gone straight to Kabutops. He is going to use Giga Drain, which we are going to quadruple resist with Barney. Alright. Honestly, Aqua Tails may just be the answer here. Rock Slide should hurt, but I don't think it can two-shot. No, it absolutely can two-shot. Okay. Damn. I don't think Kabutops is running Earthquake. Yeah, Rock Slide, Aqua Jet, Endure, and Giga Drain. God damn, that hurts. Alright, let's start with the Mud Slaps. Good. Yeah, Hyper Potions in this gym are still 200. I wish they would bring back the 200 HP Hyper Potions. Those are so convenient. Okay, perfect. Let's just work on lowering your accuracy some more. Good. Okay. I really do want to finish him with Barney, so that whoever switches in after is not going to use an Earthquake. Which will let me get a cleaner switch over back to Mumbo. Then again, if I can just boost Barney, we can probably just sweep with Dragon Danced Aqua Tails. Okay. Nice. There we go. Barney, you're up. Perfect. Let's dance. He really thought I was gonna hit him. And another Dragon Dance. And another Dragon Dance. Good. Alright, now let's do the Aqua Tails. Nice. Extreme speed. That was foolish of me. I forgot the fact that he was obviously going to use a potion. Really? Withdrawing? Surprising. Not bad. Okay. Good job, Barney. Hello, Omastar. Right, protect. No. I really need this to hit. Oh crap. I really expected that to kill! Oh, thank God. Okay. God damn it, Omastar. Okay, there. I finished eating breakfast. Now I can actually give this all of my focus. Sure. Another Aqua Tail. And I've got some hot Earl Grey tea this morning as well. Very pleasant. Okay, Kabutops is going for endurance again. Barney missed again. Very tasty. I'll admit, this fight has been more touch and go than I anticipated. And he goes for another full restore. God damn it. Alright, fine. Fine. That's how you want to be? We're just going to dance all the way to +6. Whoa. Oh yeah. Let's just speed up. There we go. I love the design of Kabutops. One of my favorite Pokemon designs, honestly. Then again, I also like Scyther, so I guess I'm just kind of a sucker for Pokemon with blade hands. Wa-da-da-da-da. Sorry, that sound was just me putting my phone down near the microphone. Come on, Dragonite, finish him off. Nice. And finally, you're ending with an Onyx, who I do not think could threaten me if he tried. Perfect. Alright. And that is good for the Boulder badge. Which means we can update my badge counter to 6. Alright. Next, we just have to make the long road south. Oh, God. I forgot to rare candy my Pokemon. It doesn't matter. We're basically just going to take this same team into Blaine anyway. What does Blaine bring to the party? A Magcargo, a Magmar, and a Rapidash. Highest level 59. Overheat is the big one. Magmar knows fire. Rapidash has Flare Blitz. And Magcargo opens with Sunny Day. Okay. Interesting. So, honestly, we're probably just best leading with Mumbo again and going straight for Earthquakes. There's honestly not much they can do with that. Although I am pretty damn wary of Sunny Day boosted overheats and flare blitzes. That could actually be like a really major threat. Ugh. It might actually be a relatively short stream today. There simply is not, like, a lot of stuff left to do. Let's see. Over here is Route 3. We have not checked Route 3 for encounters. We're just gonna burn through this stuff because it is genuinely not a threat. There we go. Perfect. You have a Fearow and Eradicate. That double edge put me a lot lower than I anticipated. But we're still doing fine. I am still well within my completely arbitrary and poorly defined safety margins. Alright. Hi and bye. I have exams starting tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. What can we find on Route 3 in Gen 4? Spearow, Rattata, Jigglypuff. At night, the 10% Jigglypuffs are about the only thing we have. Or I could go for the 40% Sinnoh Sound Shinx. I think that is the better way to do this. Okay. So the Sinnoh Sound is on Thursdays. So we just need to stop this, adjust the time. Time settings. No. Computer, you don't need to worry about the time. Let's see. The next Thursday is on the 8th. So it is, in fact, of course, the 8th. You good, computer? All right, yeah, computer's good. Let's load it up again. Name anything you catch, LA. Okay. Got it. There we go. Our note for the next name. Alright. Let's start up the Sinnoh Sound. I'm the here. Okay, Necrominion. You will get name after noob. Assuming we catch anything here. It is a Rattata. So Route 3 is dead. That is unfortunate. Okay. Well, with that incredibly exciting action out of the way, let's move on. Route 2 we already hit. This is where we caught a Minum. Viridian Forest. And south and south. Okay, Viridian Forest. Here we go. Viridian Forest. Weedle, Kakuna, Pidgey, Beedrill, Pikachu. Weedle, Kakuna, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pikachu. Hoot Hoot Noctowl, Pikachu. With the Sinnoh Sound, we have a 20% chance of Carnivine, 20% chance of Budew. With the Hoenn Sound, however, we have a 20% chance Spoink and 20% chance Numel. Okay, so I think we're going to go with Hoenn Sound for this one. Hoenn Sound is Wednesdays. Okay. So just close this real quick. Change the day to a Wednesday. And load it back up. Alright, come on. Alright, let's see if we get lucky with a Spoink or a Numel. And instead we find a Pidgey. Well, so much for the Viridian Forest, I guess. Mark that off on my map. Viridian. There we go. Does Pewter City actually have any possible ways of getting Pokemon. With Headbutt, Hoot Hoot, Pineco, and Wormpole. I could potentially get a fossil there. I don't think I have any fossils, though. So we will save Pewter as open just for the possibility. You know what? Yeah, we'll just walk through the forest. Super Repel. Dire Hit. Blue Flute. And we are through Viridian Forest. Route 2, still the same deal with trainers. Yeah. Let's just fight. Go Surf. Greetings from Ireland. Ireland sounds wonderful. No, I have no interest in talking to you, small child. Okay, Viridian City. Viridian City. Headbutt only. All possible encounters here between headbutting, surfing, and fishing are already taken. So we will mark Viridian City as a dead route. Hit the Pokemon Center and continue south to Route 1. Route 1 can have Centrets and Furrets. And that's about it, unless I want to go for the Shinx with the Sinnoh sound again. Let's also check out Route 22 to the west. That can have Spearow, Rattata, Doduo, Fearow, Ponyta. I believe every single one of those has been locked off. No, actually, I don't think Ponyta has. Ponyta is 5% at any time of day. Whismur and Linoone. Alright, let's see if we can get a Whismur or a Linoone. I don't think I've been on Route 22 before. I don't know how I could have. Yo, chat, what's happening? Hello, welcome to the stream. We are just seeing if I can capture anything at all. And that also puts you in the queue for naming a Pokemon. I did not have the radio show playing. Okay, well, so much for Route 22. So Route 1 with Sinnoh Sound, we are still hoping to get the Shinx. Honestly, I'm probably better off not going for the Shinx at this point. Since that will severely cut into my options when I get to Brilliant Diamond. Yeah, you know, we're just gonna let it play with the Hoenn sound instead. Maybe I'll get a plusle, maybe not. Maybe I'll be lucky and hit that 5%. Probably not, but you never know. Okay, another Rattata. So, Route 1 is also dead. That leaves Pewter City, or not Pewter, Pallet Town. Pallet Town is probably just Headbutt. No, there should be Surf as well. It is a high chance of getting something good in Pewter City fishing with the Super Rod. Because I do not believe I've ever gotten a Shelder or a Chinchou. But I can double check on that. No, those have never been found. Sweet. Well, first we have to castrate this tree and take its balls. I really don't want to fight you, man. Hello, Pidgey. Goodbye, Pidgey. Hello, random trainer. Cole, hello. Welcome. And Super Rod. Alright, we are looking for Chinchou, Lantern, or Shelder. It is a Chinchou. I don't think I kill with Surf. Okay, perfect. And now we chuck balls. Alright. We have captured Chinchou. And Noob recommended a name before they left, so this one is Eli. Necrominion, if you are still here, you have next name. Cole, if we work our way down, we'll hit to you. Whoops. Alright. Wait, was I technically on the southern route when I did that? No, I wasn't. Okay. So this is Route 21. Let's make a note here. Pallet Town. We caught a Chinchou, Chitty Bang Bang, whatever you want to call it. Route 21 is either a Tangela or a Mr. Mime, with no other option. Although, with the Sinnoh sound, a 20% chance for Bidoof or Buizel. You know what? Let's see what we find. Okay, well, I walked onto the route the music changed. so apparently it's a Tangela. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, great movie. Yes, it really is. Okay, do I have anyone here who can hurt it without killing it? Quite possibly Resistor. Mud Slaps from Jay won't kill. Necrominion, if you are here, you can start thinking of and suggesting names for this Tangela. Mystic Moth, if you are here, if Necrominion doesn't recommend something, you are going to be next in the naming queue. Realistically, this is our only Tangela chance. Yeah, it kind of is. Good tea. You just woke up? Mystic, if you want to suggest the name for Tangela, I don't think Necrominion is still here. Quill, have you saw what I made? Whoop. Oh, God. Okay, so I might have accidentally just clicked on the thing on the X and closed the game. So we're going back to last save, which was not long ago. That's fine. We're going to get right back to where we were. We're going to recapture the same things. We're not going to do anything else. Honestly, the last one is, like, right here at the entrance of Viridian Forest. It's not a big deal. All we have to do is fish up a Chinchou and find a Tangela, and that's it. So, realistically, we lost, like, less than 5 minutes. We're fine. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go. Hey, buddy, you don't want to fight me, right? Ah, screw you. Okay. Luckily, getting the Chinchous and the Tangela back is very easy to do. Cool. Let's go. Repel wore off, that's fine. We just go through this route without encountering a single person. But it's very important that once again we castrate the tree. We have successfully deballed the big black balls on the black apricorn tree. We are heroes, and we are doing wonderful things in order to make sure that the apricorn population stays at a healthy level. This is ultimately in the best interest of the apricorns as well. Okay. Let's go for that Chinchou. Chinchou or Lantern, it's all the same. It's just going to get candied up and evolve anyway. Okay, it's a Lantern. That's fine. Yep. Just keep going. And bag it. No, Cole, I don't think I've seen what you made. Unless it was something you posted more than, like, a day or two ago, in which case, yes. Alright, let's go back for the Tangela that we're going to name Angel Hair. There's the Tangela, Surf. Okay, Tangela died. That's... We are going to capture the Tangela. We were about to do that anyway. It was a certainty. Then I hit a button. Oh, you're actually a fair bit tougher. Cool, why don't you do that? Something I posted 19 hours ago. Then no, I haven't. Okay. Here we go. And now the fun part. There we go. Okay, there's the Tangela. Alright, Angel Hair. So, that takes care of Necro, who wasn't here, and Mystic Moth. Darag, if you are still here, you get next name, and followed by Cole, and then Aubrey. Alright, this should be easy. God damn it. How dare you? Sludge Bomb. 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 I'm glad we worked through our issues. I don't know, guys. I think this might be a little bit too much water. I can't see myself giving this game more than a 7.8. Okay, Cinnabar Island is just going to be Surf and Rod. Surfing, Tentacle, Tentacruel, can't get. Old Rod, Magikarp, Tentacool, those are locked. Good Rod, Magikarp, Tentacle, Chinchou, Shelder. Shelder's the only available one. Super Rod, Shelder 30%. So Shelder 30% is the only one that is still legal to catch. Just as I started to make a small game in RPG Maker VX Ace, I have a lot of RPG Makers bought. And I'm pretty complete the first story important building. That is awesome. That is really fantastic. I would be happy to take a look at that project as you move it further along. Hey, what's up? Cool. Alright, let's go see... Yeah, the volcano at Cinnabar erupted. Everything was destroyed. A Pokemon Center was... Making cutscenes is a chore, not gonna lie. It really is. Okay, we are now on Route 20. Route 20 is... the exact same assortment of Pokemon. So let's see if we hit that 30% Shelter. Yeah, all of Cinnabar Island was destroyed. They did canonically evacuate the people. Well, they say they evacuated the people. God knows I can't find the NPCs anywhere. Okay. So, let's make a few notes here. Route 20, Route 21 are both dead. Cinnabar Island is dead. Very dead. Seafoam Islands, however... Zubat, Golbat, Psyduck, Golduck. Ooh, with the Hoenn sounds, though? Absol and Makuhita. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Hoenn sound here. Hey, Blaine, I'm coming to see ya. You wouldn't have happened to have had anything to do with the, you know, explosion of the volcano, would you? You have the mighty Bidoof. The mighty Bidoof has fallen. What kind of a monster am I for taking out an innocent Bidoof? And the answer is I'm not. I'm a monster. Cool, you're dead. Okay. Yeah, that is the Blaine Gym section. Alright, we've got the Hoenn sound playing. What can we find? Please be something good. It is a Makuhita. Okay. Darag, if you are still here, you get to name the Makuhita. And Cole, just in case Darag is not here, you can start thinking up a name for the Makuhita. I haven't seen Darag post anything in a bit. Oh, no, wait, you actually totally did. You commented on the 7.8 comment. Honestly, Makuhita could actually be really, really good to have. This Pokemon to be called Kachow. Alright, Kachow. Kachow the Makuhita. And another Pokemon walked out from Gym 3. Alright. Also on RPG, don't put Bong Bong. I was stupid when I suggested that. The event is okay, but just reflavor it to something different. Yeah, I do still have that note written down. Okay, hold on here. It was Route 21. Okay, here we caught Makuhita. Cool. And as far as the map goes, it was on Route 21 where I caught the Tangela. Make a note of that. Alright, and with that, I think we're ready for Blaine's Gym. I did not bring anything that can fly. Wait, no, I have Dragonite. Never mind. Look, I'm kind of stupid sometimes, okay? Sure. Alright, you have an Arcanine. And I have Surf. Please stop hurting Mumbo. Sure. This way? Ninetales. Nice. Hyper Potion. Burn Heal. Oh, you didn't actually let me through. Hello! Torkoal! Those are some good defenses there, Torkoal. Cool. Hello! You have a Magmar! Goodbye, Magmar. Hello! Cool. And Magcargo, who is definitely dead. Cool. Alright, we have reached Blaine. I wonder if it isn't better to just lead with Coals? I think basically the whole group is... No, they actually have a good mix of physical and... Honestly, Mumbo might just sweep this. Also, Blaine's highest level is 59. I'm not even going to bother with the rare candies right now. We're just going to make sure that we top off Mumbo slightly. I may actually have to completely refresh my rare candies before red. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's flip the start. Yeah. I swear I know how words work. I swear. Alright, I am guessing you go straight into Sunny Day. Well, you might, but you're about to be dead. That's actually extremely good that they do not get to set up Sunny Day. Alright, he's going straight into Magmar. Magmar is normally dangerous because it has Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is not a threat to me. My goodness, that fast-forward toggle button is very sensitive. Okay, Magmar is going for Sunny Day. Alright, so now I actually need to be pretty damn careful. So, with Sunny Day active, Rapidash has Flare Blitz and Overheat. I think genuinely relying on Barney's resistances might be one of the only real reliable ways I can do this. Do I outspeed a Rapidash? Maybe? I do not. And it hit the paralysis. That's very bad. Are you going to Candy after this? All Candy before Blue. Okay. I think Extreme Speed kills here. It might. No, extreme speed did not kill there. Okay, that is fine. We know that I'm slower than it. So I might be able to just kill it with Aqua Tail. There we go. Alright. Blaine has been defeated, and the 7th badge has been earned. Volcano badge received. Okay. So, I think that one of the most safe and reliable ways I can take on Red is by setting up my Barney as a sweeper. Let's first look at what we're going to be up against with Blue. He opens with Executor, who uses Leaf Storm, Psychic, Hypnosis, and Trick Room. After that, he has an Arcanine with Roar, Dragon Pulse, Flare, Blitz, and Extreme Speed. A Rhydon with Megahorn, Stone Edge, Thunderfang, and Earthquake. A Gyarados with Ice Fang, Waterfall, Dragon Dance, and Return. And a Machamp with No Guard, who has Dynamic Punch, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Thunder Punch. And finally, a Pidgeot. Okay. Okay, this is actually one hell of a team. I think Magnemite, or Magneton rules card here, is a perfect way to handle Gyarados and Pidgeot. Rhydon will die to a Surf. We do have Darkwing Duck. Could be absolutely great against Executor. And I think Beedrill is possibly my best opener to go straight for Twin Needles against Executor. And then Slowbro. I'm gonna take Fortress for safe pivoting. Quill, look at me, I'm actually using common events. That's excellent! Common events can do so much. Yeah, I think this is a good team. So Blue's ace is level 60. Okay. So, do I want to be cautious? Executor has Leaf Storm, Psychic, Hypnosis. I don't think it's good to try and set up against that one. Let's go ahead and make our changes to the team here. We got Magneton. and Haunch Crow. Hold on. Okay. Instead of Electrode, I have Fortress, which is somewhere on this list, I'm sure. Fortress, and Electrode is Beedrill. Beedrill, Beedrill, Beedrill. There's Beedrill. Okay. Alright, so here is the team I am taking with me to blue. This might be kind of rough. This might be really, really kind of rough. But we can rare candy everything up to 60. So this is the point in a normal playthrough where you really are not going to be at the same level as your opponents. Not even close. Hello! Let's have Barney take point. Okay, so that goes there, which leads there. Whoops, no. No, I meant to go here. Okay. So that doesn't help, that doesn't help. Nothing here helps. From there, so the only thing leading there is there, here. Yes. Speen to Ween. Okay, so from this position... we go like that. Oh, you little jerks. I thought I was so sneaky. I thought I was going to get through this whole gym without having to fight anybody. You sneaky little jerk. I was so proud of myself for that. Alright. Yeah, Tenna's kinda hurt. Let's let Darkwing Duck take the point. Holy freaking hell, Darkwing Duck. What the crap? Okay, Yoga Nidra. Let's try payback on Azumarill. Okay, Porygon did try. Very good. Okay, Azumarill is being an absolute dick right now, so we need to take that thing down. Barney, I would really appreciate if you killed this. Wow. Thank you. Okay, Twisted Dimensions are back to normal. Let's go Aqua Tail and Swamp. There we go. Okay. That sucked. God damn it. Of course it's a freaking Spinda in this God's Forsaken Gym. Whoa! Okay, crit Rock Slide. Let's not die to crit Rock Slide. Cool. There we go. Alright, we've actually got a lot of healing we have to do. That one fight messed up nearly my entire team. And honestly, we need an Ether on Barney. Okay. So he's still going to open with Executor. We're going to put Tenna in front. Tenna probably dies to a Psychic. But we're at a point in the game where I'm not terribly concerned about losing a Beedrill. Okay, I just chugged the rest of my tea. So now I'm ready for this. Kinda stupid how Quick Creation Event lets you make ends, but not shops. Well, a shop processing is usually a lot simpler than ends. Ends usually have multiple distinct steps. So I can understand why it doesn't have quick creation ends. But now that you've mentioned it, it actually would be really nice. Oh god, what if the next version of RPG Maker let you create event templates? Like, imagine if you could create your own template for inn or shop or anything, and then just, like, right-click and do a quick event creation with your templates. Do you have any idea how much time that would save? I mean, honestly, not that much practically, since I mostly just copy-paste, but that would be an awesome feature. Alright, we're doing this. Twin Needle. We do get first attack. It is quadruple weak. We got a crit. Executor barely survives. Unfortunately, this might kill, and blue is just going to... yeah, okay. So blue's just going to full restore. Okay. This does give me a turn to set up. This does give me a free turn to set up. I think that's probably the best option I can do here. But of course, first we have to mark our Beedrill as dead. What happens if I slide Saturation the other way? Oh god, he's getting brighter and brighter and brighter! Ah! No, he's dead. Rip Tenna. As predicted, full restore. Okay. So realistically, what do I expect him to do here? I would expect either Psychic or Hypnosis. Both of those would actually probably hurt. Let's try just going for a fly. No, he's actually going for Trick Room, which means he will act first and Fly's gonna hit second. Okay. How much does a Fly hit for? Fly was a one-hit kill. I'm not happy about losing Tenna. I forgot to rare candy again. I am not happy about losing Tenna. I want to be very clear about that. But at the end of the day, on the very last gem, losing a Beedrill is not an issue. Okay, Rhydon. So this thing has Stone Edge, which is actually a severe threat. It is also going to go first. Mumbo will outspeed it under Trick Room and can kill with a single Surf. At least I sure as hell hope it kills with a single Surf. It should. Okay. Okay, this is a dangerous one. This is a no-guard Machamp with Dynamic Punch, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Thunder Punch. So it has 100% accurate Dynamic Punches and Stone Edges. That is insanely dangerous for most of my team. I think I outspeed it, though. This one I actually want to be extra cautious with. So we're going to open with an Attract strategy. Okay, we're good. There's what I expected. I don't know how much damage that does. That might be enough to kill Mumbo. That was not enough to kill Mumbo. I decided to put all shop interiors in one plane of existence. Yeah, that's a good design idea. Okay, here's one of my only 2 full restores. I'm going to be honest, I am genuinely wondering if it's worth sacrificing Yoga Nidra and using Explosion. This is the only one I don't really have a good answer for. Okay, that was a crit Earthquake. I am really considering Yoga Nidra's Explosion here. Okay, I need to think carefully about this. Okay, everything else he has. He has an Arcanine. I have an answer for that. He has a Gyarados and a Pidgeot. I have an answer for that. Red runs Pikachu, which I can answer. Lapras, which I can answer. Snorlax, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. I think the time has come. We kept Yoga Nidra this whole game. And I always knew that in the end, its most important mission would be self-sacrifice. If we hurt ourselves in confusion, we might die here. No, we live. Yoga Nidra, you were a hero. And your sacrifice will not be forgotten. That right there is what a grenade is truly good for. That was a cruel sacrifice. Boom! Okay. Did anyone see what he said was coming out next? Or if it did say what's coming out next? I have a chance for a safe pivot here, and I want to make damn sure I choose it right. If it's Arcanine, I need Mumbo. Barney might be a safe pivot regardless. No, Arcanine has Dragon Pulse, Gyarados has Ice Fang. No, I really do need to call this correctly. Shit. I'm going to bank on the AI doing his next Pokemon in order, which would be Arcanine. Okay. That was the correct call. So, he doesn't have much this can do to me. Dragon Pulse is his best option. And it should be very survivable. Okay, yes. Even a crit can only 2-hit kill me. That's fine. Perfect. God damn it, I hit a track again. Thank you. Alright, heal. Hyper Potion. Okay, he roared. Aqua Tail? I don't think Dragon Pulse can one-shot me. Okay, good. So next up will probably be Gyarados. And then Gyarados will try to move in with Ice Fang. Good. So we swap into Rules card, who is going to resist. If Barney dies, we are fricked. We would not be in a good position if Barney died. That is true. Okay, so his most dangerous attack against me here is Waterfall. Discharge handles this one. Discharge should one-shot, and then that'll bring him down to his Ace Pidgeot. And quite frankly, Pidgeot is not a threat. Okay, Pidgeot is out. Good. And trigger the citrus. Luckily, megas don't exist here. True. Alright, get him, rules card. Zert. Okay, pretty sure we trigger another full restore. Yep. Perfect. So now it's really just discharge to victory. I think extreme speed just kills here. It does not, but... Ah, okay, you had another one. Got it. Didn't realize you had 3 full restores. That's fine. One more heal. My last Hyper Potion. And discharge. There we go. Alright. I have received the 8th and final Kanto badge. There is exactly one objective left in this game. Please remember to candy next time. Whoop, okay. I'm actually going to candy up to 88 right now. And then we're going to restock on items. Should I make a push? Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, Tenna, but you're actually not here anymore. You're dead. Same with you, Yoga Nidra. Should I make a push for Ho-Oh? That is the question. Magneton... One of the big things I think I really just need to do... No, you get Lugia early in Soul Silver and late in Heart Gold, and then you get Ho-Oh early in Heart Gold and late in Soul Silver. So... Pikachu is level 88. It has Volt Tackle, Iron Tail, Quick Attack, and Thunderbolt. So, Quagsire literally can set up against Pikachu. Just completely set up against him. If I set up to +6 Amnesia, or to +6 Special Defense against Pikachu... What does he have that could really hurt me at that point? Snorlax with Crunch and Giga Impact would be pretty dangerous. Charizard has Flare Blitz. If I might actually just go into this fight planning to survive most of it with Quagsire. But I need backup plans. He does not have a single Pokemon with Earthquake. And Lapras is the only one that knows a psychic-type attack. So Muck is actually in a great position to help. Makuhita could potentially belly drum if we can catch it at a full restore. So I like having that. Barney is good for the setup. And Wheezing, I think, for the Hail Mary explosion. I think this is the team I'm going to take. Did Lugia die? Yes. Okay. So, we're going to need a lot of candies. Because everyone has to go to 88. I don't know if I actually have enough candy to take everyone to 88. But another big thing I need to do is I need to eliminate the rain. Wake Up Slap. None of these are especially good. Endure, no. Ka-Chow is especially useful because of their thick fat ability. Close combat. Yes, I do want close combat. I'm also going to need something with Rock Climb. I think Hariyama can learn Rock Climb. And I think I'm going to have to refresh my rare candy supply before we're done here. I am decided I am not going to go for Ho-Oh. I don't think that Ho-Oh is especially good against most of Red's team. And there is just way too high a risk of losing crucial team members if I take them to fight Ho-Oh. Luckily, the red fight is very much balanced against not having an entire team of level 88 Pokemon. So I think it'll be okay. You know what? Why don't I just go ahead and drop the save and edit it right here and now? Since it's already obvious that I don't have enough rare candies without doing another refresh. So we're just going to stop that real quick. We will turn on the monitor display so that people can see me do this. Pokemon Hex. Let's open the Pokemon Soul Silver save data, save, items, rare candies. I do in fact have 909 of them. It's really crazy. Like, you probably would have never thought that that's the case, but it totally is. Open. And we're back in. Okay. Alright, let's keep working on it. But like I was saying, one of the big things I need to do is I need to get rid of the hail. Because the fight takes place under hail conditions. Okay, Barney has learned Outrage. At long last, Outrage. Dragon hits neutral against his entire team. And it doesn't really matter if we're making last-minute sacrifices there. Let's adjust the team, though. We are bringing Wheezing to the party. And I need to grab a sprite for Hariyama. There we go. So, next slot, remove the death filter, change it to Hariyama. Very good. And, of course, we also need Muck. Muck, 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 muck. Remove the death filter. Okay. So here is our team of heroes. I'm telling you guys, like, Quagsire is legitimately kind of busted. Like, there are so many threats in this game that Quagsire just answers effortlessly. We've still got a lot of levels to go. A Quagsire and a Skarmory on the same team can safely pivot into almost anything that exists. It's kind of insane. $22 more levels to go for Mumbo. Luckily, I don't think any of them are learning any new moves at this point, so it really is just click and win. So, if we do set up Mumbo, Red will switch into Venusaur second. And the Venusaur has Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, and Frenzy Plant. Okay, Zap Cannon, that's fine. Mirror Shot is not going to be of help. Frenzy Plant. I think Frenzy Plant is special. If Frenzy Plant is physical, there is no possible way that Mumbo can survive it. And even fully boosted, Frenzy Plant could be really dangerous. I'm sure it is special because I know that Blast Burn and Hydro Cannon are. Okay, next up, Corona. Destiny Bond. No thank you. Your job is to explode. I will not get a setup as safe as Pikachu for Mumbo at any other point. So I'm going to have to be very careful. I'm also going to buy an absolute shitload of Hyper Potions in case it becomes necessary to completely stall out Red, which is a distinct possibility. I think Corona might be the only thing I have that might stand a chance against Snorlax. Like, that Snorlax is actually terrifying. Okay, just one more Pokemon to level up, and that is Jay. I think Hariyama can learn Rock Climb, so that should take care of that. I need to get something for weather. Just 22 more rare candies to go. Oh boy. Win or lose, next week I will be starting Alpha Sapphire. As far as I am concerned, we have already achieved all the main game objectives for Soul Silver. I consider us fully in post-game material. Okay. So what can we do? Oh, Sandstorm. Sandstorm could work. Psychic. This might be the first run through I've ever had of this where I did not use the TM for Psychic. Oh, Drain Punch. Of course Hariyama can't learn Drain Punch. Why would it be able to learn Drain Punch? That's just silly. Okay. Yeah, we still got a little bit of prep work to do. This is a pretty strong team. I do think that I can make this work. But it's going to be tough. Sure, get rid of that. Okay. Let's go hit the shops. Sandstorm might be kind of ideal. Hello. Okay, do I need... Okay, everyone's pretty much over 200 HP at this point. So I really do need maxes. How about status effects? What do I need to look out for? Freezes... Freezes, poison, sleeps, burn... Okay, he's got a good mix of potential How many of these could I buy? I could buy 60 of them. Let's buy 50. There we go. Do I have anything worth selling to you? Not really. Yes. Okay, so on top of those, I would like to buy... Okay, I have 20 full heals. That is more than enough. Oh! Oh. Oh. I see what I'm going to do now. I see the path to victory. Oh, holy crap! Ooh, Stealth Rock? Ooh, I didn't even think about Stealth Rock. Okay, hold on. First off, getting rid of the hail is mandatory. So we're going to teach Sandstorm to Mumbo. And we're going to get rid of Attract. Okay. Alright. I see the line. I see the path that leads to ultimate victory. I don't need mail. Little thing in the game that tests your morality. That sounds really cool. Alright, here is what I do. Pikachu basically cannot hurt me. At all. So we are going to Omni Boost Mumbo into total victory. Yeah, we are actually going to spend more than 20 turns boosting Mumbo into an unstoppable, unkillable death machine. I think the only thing that can actually threaten Mumbo is a Frenzy Plant crit. I genuinely believe that is the only thing Red can do that could break this plan. Alright. I'm going to turn off the names list. Because we are no longer catching any more Pokemon. This is it. This is the final run. Don't you freaking tell me I need Cut to get in there. Little thing, testing reality. No one does anything with it if you choose the immoral option. To quote Bob Ross, it'll be our little secret. Alright. I think I actually got this. I don't think there is a damn thing that red can do that will disrupt this plan. Okay, another full restore. And in the worst case scenario, I still have enough medicine to completely stall out anything he can threaten me with. I'm actually really excited. I genuinely did not really know how I was going to handle the threat of red in this playthrough. And now I do. Whee! Ooh. Protein. Oh, no, there actually is another way that red can mess with my plan. If red actually does the smart thing and, like, swaps. I did not actually account for red swapping. Okay, well then I just have to make sure that I can get in some of my setup before red might swap. Although I guess if he is going to swap, he'll do it immediately. Okay. This is it. This is it. Badges off. Names off. This is, oh god, why? The final battle of Pokemon Soul Silver, the second game in my Generation 1 through 4 remake Nuzlocke marathon. Next week, we will be starting Alpha Sapphire, regardless of what is about to happen. So the only question is, do we rise? Or do we fall? Hit the music! As I expected. Even boosted by a light ball, Iron Tail is useless. The hail has been stopped. The hail will be over before Pikachu can die to Sandstorm. Now we start with our X defense to buy even more time. Also, every party member is introduced early in the game, but you'll get them one by one. Defense boost 2. Good tea today. I do like Earl Grey. Seeing this game comes to a close fills you with determination. Yes, it does. Seeing my dear viewers here to witness this auspicious day fills me with determination. My Earl Grey fills me with determination and also with tea. This Pikachu really can't hurt me. Alright, the sandstorm subsided. Weather effects will now be disabled for the rest of this fight. We no longer have to worry about the hail. That is the last X defend. Mumbo is now at +6 defense. Now to make sure that Venusaur will not be a threat, we're going to stack 3 Amnesias next. That's 1 Amnesia. Look at Mumbo's face. He knows what's about to happen. He knows that he is about to wipe Red's entire team. Effortlessly. Just look at that face. Alright, that is 3 Amnesias. We are at +6 defense, +6 special defense. Dropping our first max potion. Now we start boosting attack and special attack. Those eyes hold malice. Mumbo stared. You absolute bastard! I had actually forgotten that Iron Tail could drop my defense. How dare you? You know what? Just for that, we're dropping a dire hit, too. Once he runs out of Iron Tails, the only move... God damn it, he hit 2 procs. Once he runs out of Iron Tails, the only move he'll have left that he can hurt me with is Quick Attack. +1 attack. +2 attack. We are now only at +4 defense. We are now only at +3 defense. Oh my god. Please, stop getting your procs. I have never seen 3 consecutive Iron Tails pull off that drop. Physical Pikachu, what is this guy's problem? It's because it's built around Gen 4's signature Pikachu move, Volt Tackle. So he's running Light Ball, Volt Tackle. And also because Pikachu in the anime also knows Iron Tail, Thunderbolt, and Volt Tackle at Quick Attack. This is basically Ash's Pikachu. Which honestly I actually think is really cool. Okay, we are now at +6 attack. He ran out of Iron Tails. Ah! Alright. Now we are boosting our special attack. Yep, he managed to get a crit. Second max potion. So we are at +6 special defense, +6 defense. That is a lot worse than I hoped it would be, but it's still pretty good. We are also at +6 attack, and once we hit +6 special attack, we will drop one more... potion, and then we'll start doing this. Why didn't we give Quag Waterfall? Because I specifically wanted Mumbo to be a mixed attacker. And we had other Pokemon that had Waterfall. We are very close to the goal. 2 X specials left to drop. Only one more boost item. Perfect. There's another crit. Alright. Now we're going to prevent stat reduction for 5 turns. If Mumbo is somehow defeated, I will be in serious trouble. But I truly believe that Mumbo can take out at least 3 or 4 members of Red's party, even if he gets super lucky. Okay. All of the setup work is complete. Let the battle commence. Mumbo just dropped an earthquake powerful enough that by the end of this battle, there's not going to be a Mount Silver anymore. There's going to be Silver Crater. Venusaur, exactly as predicted. I am predicting Frenzy Plant. No, he actually went for Giga Drain. I am at +6 special defense. Perfect. That is still a very sizable chunk of damage. The problem is I'm not entirely sure how much damage Frenzy Plant will actually hit for. Okay, we got the crit. I didn't know if I could kill Venusaur without a crit. Well, I don't know if I could one-shot it without a crit. Snorlax. Okay, Snorlax is a genuine threat. I'm guessing it will attempt to try Giga Impact, given that I am at +6 special defense. I might try Crunch instead. We'll just have to see. Okay, it went for Crunch. It's going to try and get the procs. Luckily, I anticipated this possibility, and I still had stat reduction protection for that attack. Does Snorlax have, like, a very considerable difference between its defense and special defense? Its defense is actually a lot lower. Okay. Base 65 defense. Earthquake it is. God damn it. Okay. They procced another defense reduction. We are now only at +2 defense. Physical attacks are now genuinely a threat. Look how slow that bar moves. Alright, Snorlax down. Next up, Lapras. Lapras dies to Earthquake. And if this goes down, all that's going to leave is Blastoise and Charizard. You know what? I think we can start going with the Poggies. Mumbo was the sole survivor of the team that we took to the Elite Four. He was the only reason we got past the Elite Four alive. Mumbo is the champion of Johto, the champion of Kanto, and Mumbo, the great Quagsire of Death, shall henceforth and forever reign supreme. And so, it is done. Let us offer our praise, our thanks, and our tribute to the hero of the Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke, the mighty Quagsire. When Pokemon died on my team, I desaturated them. But Quagsire deserves oversaturation in victory. Behold, the Quagsire of power. My dear viewers, we have defeated Pokemon Soul Silver. Be here next week when we start Pokemon Alpha Sapphire with an absolute crapload of Pokemon already excluded from potential use. I cannot wait. Legitimately, I only played Omega Ruby once, one playthrough, when it came out. Shortly before my 3DS was unfortunately destroyed. So, I probably know that game the least well out of all the Pokemon games I've ever played. God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, you guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being a part of this journey. I look forward to seeing you all, hopefully, as we continue on to the Gen 3 remakes. I think that's going to be it for today's stream. Nowhere left to go from here. You know, I mean, I guess there is something I could do. Okay, you know what? It's unconventional and it has no connection to this whatsoever. But I'm going to do one run of BallXPit before I end stream. Mostly because I just want more excuses to play BallXPit. So, yeah. Let me just... another line of scenes here. Hold on, just have to get this reset. Don't worry, chat. You're gonna come back. It's okay. It's okay. I believe in you all. Cool. All right. Live chat. That's set up. All right. We saved. Yep. Just for the hell of it. One game of BallXPit. I guess we can pretend it's relevant because balls are involved, I guess. I'm sure that makes sense. Let me just move my windows over here. Whoops. Close down that. And ball pit. Just assume that this is all about Pokeballs. Just assume that. No, we want you at 1920 by 1080. No, 19. Oh no, it's... God damn it. No, it's 1920 by 1080. Come on, find the right resolution. There we go. 1920 by 1080. Have I played Binding of Isaac? I actually haven't. I've actually never played Binding of Isaac. I haven't even really, like, watched it much. Okay, let's see if... Yes! Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do one run of Ball Pit and then I'll end stream. I did want to try this new character. He starts with light balls. Screw it. Let's take the Shade. This is a nice, weird combo. If I can clear the Heavenly Gates map with these two, I will unlock the last level in Ball Pit. Why am I still streaming even though I have won and switched to Ball Pit? I don't have a clue. I just felt like it. Let's try the Charm Ball. I haven't actually tried the Charm Ball yet. So the only problem with this setup is that my balls shoot from the back instead of the front. So if there's a lot of threats near the front of the pack, I don't really have good ways of dealing with them. I really need some AoE here. I'm actually going to make a slight change to the stream title. Stream settings. Okay, can you please resize to see this? Yes. Stream 5. And also then Ball Pit. And instead of Stream 5, I will just label it as Finale. There we go. Yeah, everything I've ever heard about Binding of Isaac suggests that it is very, very fun. A lot of people really seem to enjoy it. Let's try the Pressure Valve. There's a lot of people over here. I really need, like, some good AoE. And I'm not getting good AoE. Okay, a Burn Ball, that's good, as long as we have, like, more power. This is not a good build. Oh, Earthquake. Okay, Earthquake will help. Yeah, I'm getting very hurt now. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're starting to Now we're starting to get up some of this damage. Perfect. I'm also being tracked by homing projectiles. Okay, sure, that'll work. We can get our first ball evolution if we just get one of the thingies that we need to evolve. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, evolution. Deal damage to every enemy on screen. Or... You know what? I think that's better. Oh, Ghost! Ghost is great here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this way we actually have something that's passing through to the front. I don't know anything that combines with the Charm Ball yet. Pressure Valve, probably best choice here. I had a pretty rough start. But I think I have a pretty good chance of making this work now. Kind of need another level, though. Yeah, Flicker's fine. Get a bunch of upgrades. Come on. Alright, first boss. First boss of the stage. Cool. Boss has taken a lot of hits. Not as many as I would like. And he keeps getting people behind him. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, boss dead. Ooh! Of course! Charm and fire! Of course that's a combo. What is it? Berserk. Each hit has a 30% chance of causing enemies to go berserk for 6 seconds. Berserk enemies deal 38 to 60 damage to adjacent enemies every second. That is awesome. Oh my god, if I fuse that with the flicker, it's going to apply Berserk to the entire group of enemies on the screen. Holy freaking hell, that is insane. Yeah, we are definitely re-rolling for that. God damn. Frickin' projectiles! Stop it! Okay, heals, please? Oh no. Yes, Necromancer's Tower to revive. That is important. Earthquake, okay, okay, another Earthquake ball. That's good, that's good. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good, good, good. Take him out. Come on. This is not a good run. Damn it. Okay, Protective Charm. That's very, very good. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. God damn it. If I can just fuse Flicker with Berserk. Damn it. Come on. Come on. No, I'm gonna lose! Fusion. Okay, okay. Flicker and Berserk. Area of effect damage from Flicker also inflicts the status effect from Berserk. Yes! I don't know if I'm gonna live long enough to enjoy it, but... basically, every enemy on the screen will start passively damaging the people next to it. I'm still gonna die, though! Well, I did say I would do one run of BallXPit. And I have now done one run of BallXPit. So, thank you everybody for coming today. I can't wait. Tomorrow, RPG Maker stream like usual. Oh, why are you shouting? Because I'm getting extremely excited. Alright. Well, thank you all so much. Yeah, come to think of it, the gain on that microphone needs to go down a bit. Okay. And yeah, I think that's going to be everything. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. It is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.